Hi, my name is Sarah Hall, and I work here at Hydrasearch as a client service specialist. I currently quote customers and help vendors retrieve quotes for items that they are requesting to purchase for military ships for the defense world. What first drew me to Hydrasearch was the reputation for precision, reliability, the critical role its products have played. What made me choose the client role specialist is it helps me be the forefront for customers. It helps me achieve the person that I am. I'm outspoken, I'm very positive. I also like to solve problems. I like to am building trust and relationships with clients. My first impression when I joined Hydrasearch was their culture built on ownership, their attention to detail, and their delivering high quality work. How I would describe my role at Hydrasearch as a client service specialist is always have clear communication between you and the customer. What a typical day in Hydrasearch is communicating with my customers, communicating with my team members, going down the chain of command between different departments, working with different departments, and ensuring that our products are moving smoothly through the building, that aren't late. We're making sure that the order that it starts in sales as a client service specialist ends in reliability and communication to the customer. What helps me succeed in this role is accountability, for one, very communicative, again, between my customers and my team members across all different departments, and the ability to solve issues when there becomes errors or a customer that's very unhappy, just to be supportive and communicative through the entire process. The timeline and the communication must thoroughly always be accurate towards our customers. My work here at Hydrasearch consists of accuracy, making sure that we are quoting the right things to our customers. Consistency, so constantly notifying and letting our customers know that we are working with you, we're here to help you. We want to make sure that your product is on time and delivered accurate. So when me and my husband moved over here in 2021, I was looking for a business that was close to home because I was traveling the Bay Bridge every day, which can be a lingering bumper to bumper traffic, 3 to 4 hours in your vehicle, and nobody wants to sit in your car for 3 or 4 hours after you've spent 8 hours in an office all day. You want to get home to your family. I was looking for, and I was interested in trying to find a business that, one, was closer to home for emergencies if need be, which I luckily was able to Google search and find the company Hydrasearch. I now live 5 minutes away, and I will say that working here has been nothing but, it has been an accomplishment for me. It has been rewarding to me. I have some of the greatest bosses that I can work with. They work alongside you, they help you, they teach you to grow, they want you to do bigger and better things here at this company. I initially was here at Hydrasearch, and I had started in 2023, and I was just an administrative assistant. The president at the time needed somebody go-to for Microsoft Word, Excel documents, PowerPoints, meetings, things of the nature of just helping him out when need be, planning all hands meetings, just the daily tasks an administrative assistant person would do. I eventually wanted more for myself. I knew that I was capable of doing more. I knew that I was capable of achieving more out of just being that admin assistant. So I spoke with the vice president of sales, and I told him that if there was any way that there would be an open position available for the client service specialist, that I would take it, I would run with it, because I want more. I want to learn more. I want to gain more access to what this industry is about. And that's sure enough what I did. when I initially asked the vice president to gain more experience in the client service specialist and sales world, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was going to be dealing with, what systems we worked with. So I, behind a desk, started training and pursued every effort to learn and gain more knowledge than what I had started with back in 2023. They trust me. They give me large quotes from very large companies that we work with here at Hydrasearch. And my dream is to fulfill and work more so alongside a manager's position where I'm able to help teammates, help them learn, help them grow, kind of take the next step as to what I did when I initially started here at Hydrasearch as an admin assistant, because I knew that I wanted more and I would like the same for others. So I actually had a customer reach out. They actually called and they said that they had an issue with the package that they had received, that the billing was incorrect on the package that they initially had placed their order for. I think that it was like UPS or FedEx, typically one of the, ground shipments that we use when shipping packages. And they called and they said that, it looks like, you guys shipped this out prior to you reaching out to us about how to facilitate what shipments you actually wanted on your order. So I went back to shipping. I discussed it with shipping on how to handle this. I went back to the customer. There was a lot of back and forth going on how to take initiative and action and make sure our customer is happy, because at the end of the day, our customer's always happy and are always right. So I called the customer after I'd gotten some information on the shipping of the package, and sure enough, we in fact shipped it the wrong way. They wanted it on a certain account and we did not use that account. I reiterated, I made sure that the customer was happy at the end of the day and just let them know that we apologize for this issue, that if we can help in any other way, we will make sure that notes are facilitated on the order that you place next time, and just reassured them. I had all communication levels and I was just in constant communication with our customer from the time they called to the time I picked up the phone until the time that they were happy and had a smile on their face. And that's why transparency is so important in this type of business. What I love about the culture here at Hydrasearch is our team. Our team in the sales department is phenomenal. We're always laughing, we're always having a good time, and we're just communicating on levels that I think need to be had when we work together as a sales team. If we have questions, if we have concerns, if we have any issues, or if we just need help, they're here to help. Like I said, our managers are great. Everybody here at Hydrasearch is always willing to help each other moving forward in the right direction to pursue better and bigger things in this industry. I would say leadership here at Hydrasearch has 1000%, not just me, but also for my staff members, in growth and knowledge. They want to make sure that you succeed just like they succeeded in the past. They had to start somewhere in order for them to get where they need to be today. So I would say that our managers, our leadership team is always asking if we're happy. Do we need a one-on-one? Do we need to discuss anything? Do we need to work on anything? Do we have anything that we need to go over? They're always pushing us to move forward in the right direction as to how they can help us achieve better. One thing that I appreciate about my coworkers here at Hydrasearch is not just the transparency, but it's just the ability for us to all achieve and work harder for the same thing at the end of the day. Commitment. Striving for something more, something new, something that we all just want to achieve. Not only do we get to achieve goals for ourselves, but we also get to help the military, and that's the backbone of America.